So here's another sketchbook tour for you. Instead of being my more urban sketching books, so smaller size sketchbooks that I tend to take out with me, I have taken this out for urban sketching, but I've also used it as a kind of have fun, try out different things, try out different media, different textures, and really just explore and experiment. And because this is one of those Royal Talens Art Creations sketchbooks, it's really cheap to do that. Now the paper isn't watercolor paper, so you have to be really careful with putting too much water on it. You can use water media, but it's really best to have for dry media. Now, one of the drawbacks is, for some, would be the kind of creamy, yellowy color of the pages. You can see it's not really thin, but it's not too thick. I can't remember. I'll pop it up here, the weight of the paper. But I started this and brought it with me to the Urban Sketchers Symposium, and I'll have a video of that up at the top. And so I got a stamp, even though I don't think, no, I didn't use this during the symposium weekend. I started it with a landscape, but this was from a photo that I have when I was in Porto. So this is just, I think, mainly pencil color and watercolor. More just experimentation, a thing of fish. I have some sort of silvery media on top of that. Oh, and here comes Sadie the cat. Might be able to meet our new cat. Another one based on a travel photo. This one was Chinatown, San Francisco. And another one, yes, Sadie, really bad car. And this one is based on a photo of the Flatiron Building in Toronto. Again, just really experimenting with different media. This is based on a photo that I took of a shop on Queen East. And I'm keeping only one side for the most part, because the paper does get a little wrinkled. This is a building at Queen and Church. It's going to get demolished if it hasn't already. That's a problem in Toronto. A lot of the old buildings are getting demolished and condos being put up. And I do keep the second page for details about media and location. And this is one that I did do while I was out for urban sketching. This was early in the season. It was really cold. We were supposed to be sketching near that Flatiron Building, and I did as long as I could last. But then I went to the Kinney Eddy Hotel on King Street East to warm up in the lobby, and I sketched that. And this was another sketching meetup around Toronto Metropolitan University, and they have these little kind of shack, I suppose. It makes it sound awful, but these little food huts. And this is another one based on a photo that I took in Porto, I believe. Just having some fun. And this one's based on a shop at Dundas Street West. And more Dundas Street West. There's some really nice old shops around there. And another page spread of when I was out sketching. This is TD Center by Mies van der Rohe. And this was just playing with some inks. I thought about maybe drawing on top of that, but I didn't, obviously. And which way's up? This is during one of the meetups we went to the North York Performing Arts Center. And so that was the interior of the, so I put down inks first before I even got there, and then just used, I think, colored pencil on top. This is near the complex. And then this is just a sketch that I did for one of the commissions that I did for a wedding photographer in New York City. I did venue portraits in watercolor and ink and colored pencil of different wedding locations for her couples. And that one was the River Cafe in Brooklyn. And this one I didn't write down. I can't remember. Lynch's Marina. I'm not even sure if that was in New York State or not. This was near here. Another urban sketch. I didn't like how it was going, so I stopped and rethought things, and this is what it looks like. Berkeley Castle near us. And then more just playing with different media, different mark making, different images from Trip to Sugar Beach, one of my favorite places in the neighborhood. Big tanker ship that comes in to bring sugar to the refinery down there. That's hence it's called Sugar Beach. My new shoes, and they have these really lovely white Muskoka chairs, we call them, I think called Adirondack chairs in the States, and pink umbrellas. And this was a little band that I have seen elsewhere. I think it's like a little photo booth. And this was based on a photo of a fish and chip shop that I took on Queen East. And then I've just been taking photos of things that I find abandoned on the side of the street that are kind of odd. This one was a thing of sriracha sauce and then Greek feta oregano salad dressing just left on a bench on the Esplanade. And these are 2 hot dogs just left on the road. And these were, this is badly drawn, things that are left on the bench on our floor of our condo. There's always something left on the bench for people to take. And this was me trying out Daniel Smith Buff Titanium Gouache that I got. And so I just put that down, and then I used colored pencil over top of it based on a photo that I took of a bakery on Dundas Street West. This is down at Grange Park. This is from a Urban Sketchers meetup. Just zoom out a little bit. Near me at the Distillery District. I got these, there are a couple of videos of these gouache sticks that I got. I just used that as the base. And this is my wee Zoe that we lost about a month ago. I sketched her while she was sleeping. I sketched these hanging baskets of coleus on our balcony. And this was based on a photo I took of a goat. He was super friendly. It's at the Riverdale farm in a park near us. And yeah, he was just, I couldn't believe how far he could get his head to go back to get some of these leaves, and that's mostly gouache. And then I just did a picture, or I took a picture of this pop that I got when we were in Buffalo at the Albright Knox Museum. We had lunch there. I just loved that bottle. And this was another Urban Sketchers meetup. I was not feeling very well during it, and I went to sit in, it's at Osgood Hall, which is where the lawyers hang out in Toronto and Ontario. That's their main hall. And they have a great library in there. It was nice and quiet, and it was cool in there. It was a really hot day. And then just early morning sketch that I did of some things in our living room. Thanks to Zoe, because I was up. I added color later when I was more not so comatose. And this was done outside in Corktown Common, again using different types of media. This was just random playing around, more just playing around with acrylic ink and colored pencil. Back to the Distillery District. I did this while sitting inside Wildly Delicious, a shop there, shop and cafe. And then spread while sitting outside of the same cafe and looking across to the restaurant El Catrine. And more sketching in Distillery District on the same day. They had this little food truck. And then this is the jelly plates that I've been experimenting with. I hosted an event at Distillery District and did a little demo of using jelly plates to lay down a color and then work on top of it while you're doing urban sketching. So those are two experiments. This is just I think this was just when I was taking ink off the brayer. Just more different textures. That's again just rolling the brayer. And so I have this I put down. I think I might have been a couple steps, and this is just like the second printing of this. And then I did a pigeon on top of it, and it was based on a photo of a pigeon that I took in the Distillery District. And this is Jimmy's Coffee on Gerard. Again, just experimenting with putting different things on top of these jelly prints. And this is the demo that I did for the Urban Sketchers. Again, this is just rolling off the brayer, but this is the print, this burnt sienna, to match the brick color of the distillery buildings. And then I just did gouache on top, and I think ink, maybe some colored pencil, yeah, on top of that. And then I'm just playing around on Pixabay, just like randomly choosing things to draw. And that's colored pencil and gouache, I believe. And this is probably, it is one of the acrylic markers. And then layering colored pencil on top. It's based on a photo I took in Paris. And this is the two colors that I got. I'll have another video of a haul. Well, there's already a haul video where I got that, and then another one of that. I just thought they would look really nice together, so I just quickly did that. Laid it down before I even went out. And then I went to the CIBC Square, which is a new development, and they have a park, which with really good, it's an elevated park and it's really good views. And just sketched while I was there. And this is what you'll see in, again, another haul video where I took poster color that I got on sale, Shinhan, and I just quickly swatched it out to see what it was like, and then I left it and I went to Evergreen Brickworks and sketched on top of the color. And then more jelly printing. This is from an old license plate. Just sort of pressed it into the, I've been mostly using acrylic gouache for these because I want that flat finish and to be able to paint over top of it or use other media on top of it. So I'll probably do a video where I show how I do these prints. And this is just experimenting with different, I think this color is a color that I use, that I make, a watercolor that I make for my brand Auto Watercolors. And I just had it left over on the mulling plate where I mix it, and I just quickly put it on here and then layered on top. And this just from, I think this was from a photo rather than on plein air, building on King Street West. And then more, this is this aqua dispersion media that I got from Kama Pigments. It was because I ordered pigment from them. I ordered enough that they threw in something for free, and that's what they put in. So I haven't gone over top of it. Again, one of those, I probably will go over top of it, but I'm not sure I will now. And another little shop. I love little shops. This is at Young and Wellesley. And more at Young and Wellesley. I was up there for an appointment, medical appointment. So I took pictures and also sketched while I was there. This is St. Joseph Street. And then this, I started this and gave up. I can't even remember what it is. Oh, it's part of a building. And this was just experimenting with different media that based on a Pixabay image. So I've got gouache sticks involved, Neocolor 2, color pencil, gouache, and Equaline ink. And that's probably the ink is the kind of the base there. Another image from a Pixabay photo. Gouache sticks, watercolor, marker, colored pencil, Neocolor 2, and gouache. And this was using flash paint that I just got. And editing marker, this would be it. And Neocolor 2, white Conte, colored pencil, gouache, and gouache sticks. And another Pixabay based Equaline ink, colored pencil, Neocolor 2, Conte, watercolor, and marker. And then this is based on a photo I took in, it's soft pastel, which is getting everywhere. Some pastels that I bought while I was in Rochester, and there's a video of that up at the top. And this was Letchford State Park, which is really beautiful. It has a gorge and waterfall. Really beautiful park. We didn't stay there too long. And this is based on an image I took of these beautiful Victorian houses that are in Elmwood Village in Buffalo. Really, really nice. And another one here. Again, abandoned things. This was a baby doll left on a wrought iron fence, I guess in the hopes that the owner would come by and pick the doll up. This is me just experimenting with ink that I just got. This olive green ink from Daler Rowney. And just, so the green, olive green is the ink. And then I did different neo color on top. And this was based on a photo I took of somebody waiting to cross the street near us. I just loved the sweater, so that's why I took the photo. And then this was another urban sketching meetup. This one was in the Indigo bookstore. It's a new complex called The Well, and they have old Renault. Is it a Renault? Yeah, I think it's a Renault. Serving coffee in the shop, and a bunch of us were there sketching it. And that's me sketching the sketchers. And there's more of that olive green Daler Rowney with Neocolor 2 colored pencil and marker. And that's the marker that we were given by Faber-Castell rep when we were at the Indigo meetup. And then this was an image I took of building in, now Google says it was in Cucaron, but I don't think it was. I think it's somewhere else because I don't remember being up in a building that I could have taken this photo from when we were in Cucaron. All I remember about Cucaron was it's in the south of France, and we went there, and I remember sitting eating an ice cream by this, they have this wonderful huge pond in the middle of the town square, and just, I just wanted to sit there forever. It's just so beautiful there. And this is based on the photo that I took when I was in Miami. Just experimenting with colors again. More experimentation again with these two colors. Sadie, our new cat, and Finn, our new kitten. And just playing around on the weekend, I saw that this sketchbook was coming to an end, so I know sometimes I just want to fill them up. So I just did a bunch of chair drawings in colored pencil. And it was my husband's birthday, so I decided to bake a cake for him, and it was one of those funfetti cakes. I think it was Michelle Ye recipe. It is really good. I'm actually going to have a piece with a cup of tea later. This was all the ingredients that I used, and then I thought, I'm not so sure I like that. So I did this one, which was a little bit more graphic, with only a couple colors. I actually think I prefer this one. And then I just did one of house plants. We have a lot of plants at home. These aren't them. I thought if I go downstairs and sketch, I'll have the cats on me trying to play with my pencils. It's just a quick, loose sketch using only a couple of colors of my husband sitting reading. And then the final one is based on an image that I have of our kitten Finn and Sadie in the background, sleeping away. Sadie's beside me right now, sleeping. So that seems fitting that that's the last piece of artwork in this sketchbook. So I hope you enjoyed that. I have other sketchbook tours. I have them listed on my website as well. Go there for other resources like color charts that I print out for things that I've picked up and swatched out. And I also have art book reviews there. So if you're looking for something, I have how-to books that I've reviewed, but also books on different artists. So it's a good resource. I think you should check it out. I could be biased, but there you go. I'm trying to put more and more on my website to help out other artists. So keep watch of that. And that's it for now. Thanks so much. Bye.